Last Tuesday night, I was scrolling through Instagram when I saw an ad for something called Lemi Purr by Kourtney Kardashian. It was a gummy supplement for your vagina. That's right, vaginal health gummies with pineapple flavor, because apparently that makes you taste sweeter down there. I clicked on it because I genuinely thought it was a parody account. It wasn't. The product page was beautiful. Millennial pink bottles, clean design, testimonials from women saying it changed their life. And the price? $30 for a 60-day supply of gummies that contain 3 grams of sugar each and a probiotic called SNZ 1969. I sat there staring at my phone thinking, who is buying this? And more importantly, does it even work? So I did what we all do when we have a question. I went to Google. Turns out there are 0 clinical studies proving SNZ 1969 does anything for vaginal health. The only study that exists gave women with bacterial vaginosis antibiotics, which cured the infection while also giving them this probiotic. The probiotic did nothing. The antibiotics did everything. But here's the part that made me actually laugh out loud. I'm pretty sure they chose that specific probiotic because it has 69 in the name for a vaginal health product. And I realized this is the Kardashian empire in a nutshell. Beautiful packaging, celebrity endorsement, 0 substance, and millions of people buying it anyway. Now, I don't want to blame Kourtney for everything. Maybe she genuinely believes in the product. Maybe she was misled. There are many reasons a celebrity might attach their name to a questionable product. However, it has become a sort of theme for me. I'll see a new Kardashian product launch, a waist trainer, a detox tea, a shapewear line, and I'll wonder, is this actually good, or is this just another cash grab? And sure enough, when I inevitably look into it, I find lawsuits, complaints, exposed lies, stolen designs. And even if the product is decent, it is getting to feel like Groundhog Day. Every time a Kardashian launches something new, and I find out it's built on exploitation or deception. Because it's not just Lemi Purr, it's a pattern that spans 15 years. In 2007, Kim became famous through a tape with Ray J. Kris Jenner said, "As her mother, I wanted to kill her, but as her manager, I knew I had a job to do." Kim still makes $360,000 per year from that tape. In 2011, Kim's wedding to Kris Humphries lasted 72 days. She made $2 million from it. The producer testified she used a tear stick to fake cry and rehearsed the surprise proposal multiple times. In 2014, David Liebenson claims he pitched Kimoji to Kim. She trademarked it and cut him out. Her lawyers threatened to countersue him for $400 million. He's now 400,000 pounds in debt and was sleeping in his car. She made millions. In 2015, 18-year-old Kylie launched lip kits claiming her lips were just makeup. She'd been getting fillers since 16. In 2018, Forbes called Kylie a billionaire. In 2020, they retracted it. Inside Kylie Jenner's web of lies, accusing the family of fake tax documents, stolen designs, $1 per hour factory workers, trademarking kimono, knockoff tequila. The pattern is clear: launch, profit, face no consequences, repeat. Now, before we go further, let's be clear about what we're actually talking about. People say celebrity businesses have always existed. Kim Kardashian and Jennifer Lopez and Rihanna, they all have beauty brands. The Kardashians work hard. They built their empire. People are just jealous. If you had the opportunity, you would too. And yes, surely we all would. This isn't necessarily about the idea of celebrity businesses themselves. Celebrity endorsements have been around since the dawn of advertising. But here's the thing. A recent study found that 86% of consumers say authenticity is important when deciding what brands they support. 51% of consumers feel more loyal to brands that are transparent. The Kardashians have a trust problem. And it's not just about celebrity privilege. It's about a pattern of deception, of building businesses on lies, of stealing from others, of exploiting insecurities they helped create. There have been at least 23 major lawsuits against various Kardashian businesses: stealing designs, fake financial documents, false advertising, trademark infringement, breach of contract, labor violations. The average consumer doesn't have the resources to fight a legal battle against someone with a $100 million net worth. So most victims settle, sign NDAs, or drop their cases entirely. But I would like to remain specifically talking about why this particular dynasty is uniquely problematic. Let's stick to the Kardashians. There is no inherent problem with celebrities starting businesses. That is always going to happen. Nothing will change that. There are, I would argue, much bigger issues at play here. The first issue is this. From the early 2000s through the late 2010s, there at least appeared to be some authenticity to celebrity culture. Perhaps this is looking back with rose-colored glasses, or maybe we just didn't have the tools to fact-check everything. But I also remember when beauty standards felt more achievable. In the early 2000s, the ideal was thin. Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, that was its own problem. Eating disorders skyrocketed. But at least the standard was technically achievable through diet and exercise, even if unhealthy. Then the Kardashians came along, and suddenly the standard became tiny waist, massive butt, huge breasts, clear skin, perfect hair. But here's the thing. That look is not achievable through diet and exercise alone. It requires cosmetic surgery. Specifically, Brazilian butt lifts, breast augmentation, liposuction, rhinoplasty, lip fillers, and most importantly, money. Lots of money. And for years, the Kardashians denied all of it. Kim went on the show in 2016 and got butt x-rays to prove she didn't have implants. See? No implants. It's all real. But a Brazilian butt lift doesn't use implants. It uses fat transfer. The x-ray proved nothing. While denying surgery, she was simultaneously selling waist trainers, detox teas, appetite suppressant lollipops, and eventually Skims. Do you see the scam? Create an impossible beauty standard through surgery, deny the surgery. Sell products claiming they'll help you achieve that look naturally. Profit from people's insecurity. The old way, and I'm not saying it was good, was at least somewhat honest. Celebrity has a look. Celebrity says, I work out. We try the same. The Kardashian way is celebrity has a surgically enhanced look. Celebrity lies about surgery. Celebrity sells you products that literally cannot give you that look. You fail. You blame yourself. You buy more products. Kylie was 18 years old when she launched Kylie Cosmetics. She'd been getting fillers since approximately 16 or 17. She was still a teenager when she started selling lies to other teenagers, and Kris Jenner was right there helping her do it. So how does this system work? First, they flood the market. Between all 6 siblings plus Kris, there have been at least 97 documented businesses and endorsements since 2004. That's nearly 5 per year for 20 years. Most of them fail, but that's the point. The business model is create product quickly and cheaply, use celebrity name for initial sales spike, make money off that first wave, shut down before complaints pile up, move on. Second, manufactured scarcity. Kylie lip kits sold out in 1 minute because Kris and Kylie deliberately ordered only 15,000 units despite spending hundreds of thousands on marketing. This created headlines. Everyone wanted what they couldn't have. They manufactured success until they achieved it. Most small business owners can't afford this. But when you're already rich, you can lose money on the first launch to build hype for future launches. Third, they exploit insecurities they helped create. Before Lemi Purr, how many women were worried about how their vagina tasted? Kourtney's marketing told women, there's a problem you didn't know you had. Our product fixes it? Except there's nothing to fix. Medical professionals say vaginas are self-cleaning with their own pH balance. Adding supplements, especially with sugar, can disrupt that balance and cause the very problems they claim to prevent. But shame sells, insecurity sells. So they manufacture the worry, then sell the solution. Here's what really bothers me. The Kardashians haven't just affected business. They've fundamentally changed how an entire generation sees their bodies. I'm in my late 20s now. I was 13 when Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered in 2007. I was 16 when Kim's Break the Internet cover came out in 2014. I was 18 when Kylie Cosmetics launched. I watched in real time as my friends went from thinking we were good enough to thinking we needed to fundamentally change our bodies to be attractive. In middle school, we wanted to be thin. Unhealthy, yes. But at least we felt like it was achievable. By high school, girls were talking about saving up for breast implants, for lip fillers, for butt injections. We were 16 years old talking about cosmetic surgery like it was as normal as getting braces. And it all traced back to the Kardashians. I had a friend of a friend, Sarah, who saved up $8,000 working through high school and college. In 2018, when she was 22, she got a Brazilian butt lift. She wanted to look like the Kardashians. The surgery didn't go well. She developed an infection. She needed a second surgery to correct complications. She was in pain for months. And even after it healed, she told me she regretted it because the trend was already shifting. The slim, thick look was out. The lean, athletic look was coming back. She'd permanently altered her body and gone through serious medical complications to chase a trend that the Kardashians popularized and then abandoned when it was no longer profitable. According to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, Brazilian butt lifts increased by 252% from 2000 to 2015. They peaked in 2018. And they have the highest death rate of any cosmetic surgery. Approximately 1 in 3,000 patients die from complications. The BBL epidemic is directly traceable to the Kardashians, and now that they're quietly getting their work reversed, thousands of women are left with permanent body modifications they got trying to look like Kim Kardashian in 2016. I hardly ever felt this kind of widespread body insecurity in the late 90s and early 2000s. I'm not saying it didn't exist, it did, but it felt different. Now, I can't scroll without seeing ads for plastic surgeons. My TikTok is full of 19-year-olds getting lip filler. Social media is the platform. The Kardashians are the message. They're the ones who denied their surgeries while selling natural solutions. They're the ones who made cosmetic procedures seem necessary. They're the ones who profited from the insecurity they created. Now, I want to be fair. Not everything they do is bad. Kim has genuinely helped get people released from prison through her criminal justice reform work. Some of their products are decent. Skims is actually good quality. But here's what I want. I want to see celebrities who are honest about what they've had done, who say, yes, I've had a BBL and fillers. This is what it cost, the recovery, the risks. Make an informed decision. But you don't need any of this to be beautiful. I want to see beauty brands that don't exploit insecurities, brands that don't tell women their bodies need fixing, brands that celebrate diversity instead of manufacturing one impossible standard. I want to see small creators who work for years developing genuinely good products get recognition instead of being crushed by celebrities who slap their name on cheap knockoffs. I want to see the women who were hurt get justice. The factory workers who made $1 an hour for 84-hour weeks, the small business owners whose designs were stolen, David Libenson, who lost everything because Kim wanted his idea, my friend Sarah, who has permanent surgical complications from chasing a lie. I want to see young girls grow up understanding that bodies come in all shapes and that the Kardashian look isn't superior, it's just expensive. Not better, just different. Certainly not achievable through $60 waist trainers. And that's the problem with the Kardashian dynasty. As every product and brand seems to come from them, thousands of people with genuine talent and genuine products are drowned out. Small beauty brands started by women of color, ethical fashion designers, body-positive influencers who get shadow banned, while Kardashians promote waist trainers. And we will likely never hear about them if the Kardashians continue to dominate every corner of consumer culture. What someone looks like or how many Instagram followers they have will never be as important as whether they're telling the truth, treating people fairly, and creating something of actual value. And perhaps by continuing to support the Kardashian empire despite knowing how it was built, we might be missing out on the people who actually deserve it. The people who are honest, the people who are ethical, the people who care about more than profit. I'll leave whoever is still listening with these words. If you are one of those people affected by the Kardashian empire, one of those women who spent thousands on products that didn't work, who got surgery trying to achieve an impossible standard, who felt inadequate because you couldn't afford the lifestyle being sold to you, please know it's not your fault. You were lied to, systematically, deliberately. If you're one of those small business owners whose designs were stolen, whose concepts were taken, please keep creating. They can take your idea, but they can't take your talent. If you're someone who's never bought a Kardashian product, never followed their accounts, good, keep that energy. Eventually, the empire will fall. It's already starting. Their ratings are dropping, their followers are declining. People are tired of the lies, tired of the exploitation, tired of the manufactured reality, and people will once again yearn for authenticity, for honesty, for creators who actually care about their audience, for products that actually work. People will want the Fenty Beauties and the Rare Beauties, brands created by actual artists. People will want the small, ethical fashion brands that pay workers fairly. People will want the authentic wellness brands started by actual nutritionists, not reality TV stars with zero expertise. The dynasty is crumbling, and the world they built, where lies are profitable, where exploitation is rewarded, where everything is for sale, including dignity, that world doesn't have to be the world we live in. We can build something better, something real, something that doesn't require us to surgically alter ourselves or support a family that got rich by lying to us. The Kardashian dynasty taught us what success looks like when truth doesn't matter. Now it's time to show them what success looks like when it does. People will want the authentic creators, the honest businesses, the real stories, the ones the Kardashians tried to bury with money and lawyers and manufactured hype. And I, for one, can't wait to see